Starting off with trying to cultivate moss this year. These are just trays for putting your shoes on. I'm going to burn holes through them so that they run water out. Then I'm going to put in a mixture of coco coir and perlite in here and try and grow an entire flat of moss over the winter time. I'm going to use 3. I'm going to put 1 in deep shade, 1 in sun, and 1 in a forest and see how they grow over the winter. Here's my 3 different propagation trays. They all have holes in them so that it can drain, and my mixture that I'm going with, I don't really have anything sort of set, but this is just perlite with coco coir. I'm not going to do anything else, no soil, anything like that, I don't think, because I imagine there'll be a little bit of soil coming with the moss. In deep shade and mixed in sun, and I'm going to plant a few different styles of moss from different locations and photograph everything and see how much it grows. Here are the 3 trays prepped. I did really about a 50-50 mix, and you see there's the bottom, so maybe 2 centimeters substrate. I think it doesn't need to be very much. I'm concerned that if this gets dry, all of the perlite is going to blow away, so I'm going to take a little bit of this cocoa and sprinkle it around the top to try and kind of get that nice and flat. So I think I'm going to try to do cocoa on the top so that the perlite doesn't blow away when it gets windy. So I did 1 heavy with coconut, and then I'm just going to spray it down to give it its initial soak. Here are the 3 trays wetted down and covered in cocoa. And then I have a sun shade mix and then a shade. This is going to be moss number 1. Looks like little ferns. It's growing on a stone out here, and it gets 0 light. It's on the north side of a rock in the forest. I gridded out the trays so I know what's up, and very simply I'm just picking out parts of the live green, just little things like this, and pushing it down into the surface. And I'm just going to spread it this way instead of laying this whole chunk down. There's a different variety. This is sample 2, also growing in very deep shade. Variety number 2. Excuse me, this is number 3. It's on the sunny side of a rock. 1, 2, and zone 3. This is zone 4. Moss. Highlight sitting out here, growing on between pavers. Zone 4 planted out. This is zone 5. Also relatively high sun, growing mixed in with grass. I'm concerned about being able to get this without any kind of contamination from other plants. Zone 5, sun, shade, full shade. This is variety number 6. It's very interesting. It has like a very long stem. 6. This is zone 7. It looks like a mix of different varieties, but I'm aiming to get this leafy variety. It's growing on a rock on the north side in the forest. I would guess it never sees sun. 7. This one will be going in zone 9. Quite large. It's growing in rocks right on the ground, facing due south, lots of sun, and can obviously withstand drought. So, zone number 8, what I said would go in variety number 9, high sun. Quick reference of what is going into the sun. Top right is zone 8, then 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going in mixed sun and shade. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is going in shade. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The location of the deep shade test. It's on a table on the north side of a fence. This is the south. This should receive no direct sun the entire season. Here's the sunspot, which is actually under this bench, but this is south, and it should get pretty much direct sun. I'm concerned that until it grows in with heavy rain on it, that it's going to just drown that and wash everything out. So I'm going to leave that there, but it should be getting pretty good sun throughout the winter, and then I'll move it out as soon as I get back. And lastly, here in the forest is the mixed sun and shade, and this is south with a little hole shining in. That should be pretty good. We will have to check on them in spring to see.